If you're thinking of moving accountant, of course your new accountant will say it's easy to change. Your old accountant will tell you it's really hard. The truth is it's somewhere in between. It is relatively easy, but there's a process there with admin. And what you have to do is be careful not to let anything slip through the cracks. If you think about it, if you're moving bank account, the banks will actually do all the work for you. They'll move the direct debits, but you just have to keep an eye on the fact everything has been transferred across and you've made all your payments that month. And it's similar with accountants. The accountants will do all the hard work. You just have to make sure you know where one ends and the new one starts. And also, if you do move an accountant, there's a little bit of just getting to know each other. They don't know your business inside out on day one. That can be good because it's a fresh pair of eyes, but it just takes a little bit of a while to get up to speed. At its simplest, tell the new one and they do the rest. They'll liaise with your old accountant, get all the information from them, and they are kind of ethically obliged as members of accounting bodies to do this. But if you think about it, politeness says you should really speak to the old accountant. Perhaps tell them why you're moving. You might give them a chance to actually fix it if there's a problem. Think about it, what would you expect from one of your customers if they were leaving you? And treat your accountant in the same way. Well, the first thing is, your new accountant will send what's called a professional clearance letter to your old accountant. They're ethically obliged to do this by their institute, but it gives the old accountant a chance to say if there's any reason why the new accountant should not accept you as a client. Now, this is very rare. It would be something like they know that you're fraudulent and they've kicked you out. Your new accountant will then need a lot of information. So they need your accounts, tax references, passwords and codes for company's house. Now, they get a lot of this from the old accountant and they ask for that in that professional clearance letter. And the old accountant, again, will send that across unless there's a good reason not to do so. In this instance, it could be because you owe them money. They're allowed to keep hold of your records until you've paid all your bills. But then some of the information the new accountant will ask you for. That includes identification. Your accountant legally has to do money laundering checks, which includes making sure you are who you say you are. And they'll do this by getting a copy of your passport or driving licence and a utility bill, something to prove your address. Your new accountant will also prepare some engagement letters. This is the contract with you, and it protects both you and your accountant. It makes it really clear what they're doing for you, what the fees are, and who's responsible for which bits. You agree a start date as well, and like when I mentioned the falling through the cracks, this is really important. Your old accountant needs to know when they're finishing and the new one's starting, and the obvious example is payroll. If you've got a payroll to run at the end of this month, who's doing it? Somebody needs to do it, and it needs to be clear. Usually then have a kick-off meeting with the new accountant to get going. Now, most of this stuff can be done electronically, or your new accountant will get it from the old accountant, but the kick-off meeting does give a chance to just get those bits which actually need your pen on a bit of paper. We find when we take on a new client, the key really is that kick-off meeting. We should have loads of the stuff from the old accountant by then, but then we can sit down together, make sure it's all there, get all that information together, and basically talk about how we'll work together. Each client has slightly different ways of working and different preferences, so the kick-off meeting lets us understand that. It also lets us understand your goals and where you want your business to get to, so we can help you get there. We can put it all in writing so it's all clear. So overall then, how easy is it to change accountant? Well, it's easy-ish, but it does take a bit of work from all parties, and you do need to be aware of that.